I'm going to record. Just remember that. So at the bottom, I'm going to tell you something about Zoom. At the bottom, you'll see a little bubble that says chat. If you click that, then you'll see chat. You can add questions over there. I'll check it, kind of not when I'm distracted, but you can see questions. You can ask questions. And like we kind of have like usually a side conversation going while the person's talking. So I am going to jump in because I want to give you guys a lot of hopeful value. Hopefully you can listen to this and kind of take a deep breath and know that, number one, you're not alone. If you are feeling a little bit like, oh my gosh, what are the dates for that? And this is releasing and I'm behind and I haven't done this. We want you to, okay, nobody can get on. It's asking for a password on Zoom. Can somebody go to Sister Empire and maybe give the ID or something?
Yes.
I put the link. Okay. So, and the moon did not work because that dinged very loud. So we want to give you a plan. So I've got a little bit of a plan with some dates. I'm going to keep it super simple, first of all. Then I'm going to talk about how you can feel on your game and get that energy back. And then what I'm doing that's helping me focus on being relatable and not feeling salesy over Christmas, because that's the last thing I want, and a little bit about the new programs. So I'm going to jump in with a December plan. So first and foremost, if you don't have a calendar, a paper calendar, sister, get you one, okay? Or you can do like we also do. So I keep two different things. I have a big paper planner where this is kind of my Bible. And then also, starting at the Diamond Retreat, we started printing out these paper planners, and maybe Kate later can share the link of how she did this, because it's like a cute calendar and then there's some spots for notes down at the bottom. But we use these to plan at the Diamond Retreat, and these things have also been my Bible. Like, they are written all over, and it's like my Beachbody plan of action. So first of all, if you haven't taken a second to even look at December and January, I want you to give yourself a minute when we get off to do that, okay? You probably already know school parties, work parties, maybe you're starting to get family things start together, when your kids get off for vacation, what are y'all gonna be doing? Put that stuff down. That way it's out of your head. And then the next thing is, when is your December group starting? Have you made that decision? If you haven't, you need to make that decision and start inviting to it, okay? And that can be through post, that can be through stories, that can be through private messages, that could be teaming up with another girl in Sister Empire and doing a group together. It doesn't have to be like anything else you've ever done before. I posted today my 12 days of fitness. Kate and I we're kind of doing a combo of Cassidy's template with that in our 21-day December group. But if you don't feel like you have the time, energy, resources, or whatever to do a whole 21-day group, do a 10-day group, do a December free group. There's no rules on coaching. This is your own business. So the most important thing I can tell you is have a start date to something and invite to it. Because if you don't have a start date and you're kind of just floating around, you don't have anything concrete to actually invite someone to. You don't have something to say like, hey, I'm doing this. You want to come do it with me? Do you want to get in this group with me? Whatever that is. And having those dates written down and something to actually invite to is a game changer. It just releases it from the thought of our mind and gets it down on paper. One thing I've said this a lot, but I'm not one of those people that does invites every single day. That overwhelms me. I do bulk inviting, and that is geared toward start dates of things. And a lot of times that's just like every Monday. I mean, somebody can start in a group with me every single Monday. They don't have to start on the only, the day one of the group. We're willing to add people in all month long. But I don't invite little bits every single day. I sit down and I knock out a bunch of invites based off of a post or stories. So take a breath and get a start date. then back up and do some inviting and having conversations with people. Just posting and then having conversations with people makes you, it's just going to make you feel so good. It takes that feeling of like, I'm doing this all by myself to, oh, look, I've got these conversations going. Oh, look what I learned about Nancy. Look what I learned about her. She needs help doing whatever. Or look, this girl's training for a half marathon. What could I do to help her with her marathon? Like, every single story and conversation is going to lead you down a different path. And if you don't know the resources or know which way you could help them with, then you've got all of us. And Sister Empire, that is literally a bank of knowledge. So get your plan. What?
I want to chime in for a minute. So I think that the best thing that we can all do in December is to have the mindset as if no one's going to join us. No one new is going to join us, but we're going to prove to them why they should join us in January. Because it is true, December is not only busy for us working coaches, like it's busy for everybody. So, but what can you do to prove to them that come December 26th or 27th, when they are ready? That's exactly when I bought my challenge pack almost 6 years ago. Yeah. Who are they going to think of? So you have to be on your A game this month, because if you're not, they're not going to think of you. They're not going to be wanting to join you. And another thing that I think is really neat, I thought about this a while ago when I was washing the dishes, is that you're proving to them right now that next December, that's going to be them. They're going to be in this routine with you, that they're not going to feel overwhelmed and bogged down during December and during the holidays. They're going to already be in their they're already going to be 11 months into their fitness routine, 12 months, whatever. So I just wanted to say that, because I feel like if you don't have someone start a new challenge group with you tomorrow, let's say the 9th, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have an incredible January. But you're not going to have an incredible January if you don't like bust your butt in December to prove to people why they should join you.
Right. And also just reaching out to old people. Nobody says it has to be new people starting with you in December. Like, bring up old people unless you're a brand new coach, but go back and reach out and say, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. You kind of checked out of our groups. Like, let's get you back going in December, and just re-showing them that you are still there for them. The biggest thing that I will always remember is I used to be so scared to reach out to people that kind of fell off. And then I realized they are more scared and embarrassed to admit to me that they did fall off. And they feel like, she's going to judge me. She's perfect. She's got her routine down. Like, oh my gosh, I fell off the wagon. Like, no, like, be that judgment-free zone friend for them. That is like, I'm going to help you with this. Like, no, we're going to do this together. Serving people.
Have a healthy December. And really just setting the routine so you roll into the New Year's prepared, not feeling like you feel right now. But I have a lot of newer coaches that I'm working with right now. And what we're doing is they are just grabbing friends. Yeah. They are grabbing, it's no scary thing. They're literally just texting their friends and saying, you're doing this with me. Like, don't make me do this alone. It's like a buddy system. It doesn't have to be that it's 10 people. It could be 2 people or 3 people, and that's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the second thing I wanted to talk about is kind of what she's already mentioning, is being on your own journey. The number one reason when we stop posting, we stop showing up, we start like, oh my gosh, nobody's going to talk to me, or I don't have anything to post about, I don't have anything to share. It's like a 100% direct reflection of our personal journey. And we're doing this, you guys, so that we can feel good too. We're doing this. Every single person in here started this because they wanted to be on their own fitness journey. Every one of us, right? Like, in some way, shape, or form, either weight loss, mental health, maintaining a good routine, finding a new routine, postpartum journey, whatever it is, every single one of us want to feel good. We want to feel healthy. And so when we start slipping back from that, all of a sudden we have nothing to say. We have no pictures to show. We have no pictures to take. We don't want to be in the pictures anymore. It is like the biggest sign of kind of having that reality check with yourself of like, wait, I actually would have something to say if I was more on my journey. And so if you are in between programs, if you haven't committed to something, if you have slacked up over the holidays, and I'm not saying you have to be 100%, I don't believe in that. But what I am saying is be on a routine. Find a routine. Be on a routine. Get up in the morning, push play a couple times a week, drink your shake every single freaking day. That's a non-negotiable. Do the things that you know are going to give you life. The things that are going to make you feel better. And it's not going to happen overnight, but little by little, like by day 3, you're going to be like, oh, look, I have a picture of a meal to post. Or, oh, look, my jeans are all of a sudden feeling better. Now I can share about that. Or talk about the girls in your group that you're in and what they're doing and how proud you are of them. Or better yet, talk about how this is a really hard time. This month is super busy for you, or maybe it's emotional, or maybe there's all kind of things that people feel over the holidays. Come clean with that and say like, this has gotten me really down, like, but I don't want to feel like this. I want to feel freaking good for my family right now. And so I'm going to turn things around right now. I'm going to change the course. I'm going to get up early. I was telling Jessica today, I'm like, I have been staying up so late watching TV. Maybe if I would just get my ass back up at 5, then it would force me to go to bed earlier, or maybe I would sleep. Maybe not, but I'm going to try it because I feel better when I'm up at 5. So better believe my alarm's going to be on tomorrow for 5. So if you don't see me on social, text me. But
one thing to touch on that, which this is my own personal preference, and I'm trying to sound nice when I say this, but every time you come back,
well,
you don't have
a big production about it. Yeah.
You don't have to make this big production like, I fell off, here I am again, day 1. That makes you look really like kind of a joke on social media, like, oh, here she is again. So if I take a couple days off and I'm back, you don't have to re-explain yourself to anyone. This is a lifestyle. You're not a robot and you're not perfect. Yep. There you go. So just keep that in mind, like for all of us needing to get back in the gear tomorrow, like don't feel like you have to explain yourself. You just stand right back up. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, 100%. Because the more you do say that, the more, because I've been doing this.
We used to do it. We used to say it a lot, and
Well, I mean, and I think it's because in our mind, we're like, oh, well, look, they all know what I'm doing. They know I fell off. Now I need to explain what I'm doing. And it's because it's like you get in your mind of like needing to explain, but here's the deal, you don't. And it's none of their business, the reasons why, or the reasons why you're back doing it. Just documenting what you are doing that's positive and maybe why you're doing it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to get back up in the morning early because it makes me feel good. I don't have to go into all the, whatever. So be on your own journey. If you're in a slump, get on a plan. If you haven't picked a program, pick a program. I'm going to talk about BAR and the works in a minute, but you be the inspiration that you're looking for. So many times I hear, I don't have motivation right now. I need to be in a peppier group, or I need to be this. Be your own motivation. Be your own inspiration. Be like, dig deep, you guys. Like, you are here. You're all showing up. There's 3 pages of coaches on tonight. Like, that gives me chills. Dig deep and be like, no, I'm going to boss up and I'm going to find my motivation. And I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to show up for my other person. I'm going to show up for my social media, or for my husband, or for whoever. Like, put your big girl panties on and do it. Because if you're here, you want this. There's nothing magical Kate or I or any of your coach is going to tell you that's going to flip the switch and make you be successful at this business. It is going to have to start with you saying, okay, I'm done. I'm really done. And this is what I'm doing. And I'm going to cut the crap. I'm going to shut up and I'm just going to start doing it. And this is the perfect time to do that, because people are kind of in this quietness now, but they're all waiting. They're all already thinking, oh my God, New Year's, here I go. My New Year's resolution. This is what I'm doing. And if you are quiet now, they're going to find somebody who's loud. They're going to find somebody who's showing up. They're going to find somebody who's fighting through, and that they're like, damn, how does she do all that? Man, like, look, she's busy. Her kids are sick. She's got a routine. She's still feeling good. Or like, oh my God, we had girls in November this morning. They're like, we woke up, we're 1.5 pounds like down over Thanksgiving week. Like, that inspired the crap out of me. So find your own inspiration. When you are feeling good, your posting is better, your mood is better, your energy, mindset, the words don't feel fake. You don't feel like a fraud or a hypocrite or any of those things. And you don't have to be perfect. I had apple pie for breakfast. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to be like, feel alive and relatable, but also like, I know my limits of, I can't eat apple pie every day for breakfast, but I only make it once a year. And so that was what I had in my choice. And then I had a good lunch and my shake for dinner. I'm on track. It doesn't.
So one thing that might take this to the next extreme, but whenever Deidre was pushing for 10-star and she was like signing up people after, like, her days were just like killing it. I was like, okay, what are you eating? You need to eat the same exact thing every single day for the rest of your life. You'd never have anything else, because guys, it's true. Like, this is a performing business. And when you're eating junk and you're treating your body like junk, you're not going to perform. And so if you want to be an emerald coach, if you want to be a diamond coach, you are going to literally have to think, what is a diamond doing? What is a diamond eating? How early is a diamond waking up? What is a diamond doing during her spare time? Is she watching the news, or is she scrolling Facebook, or is she working? Like, that's what's going to take you from this level to the next level. And it's 100% true, because Deidre pushing for 10-star, we're both now pushing for 15-star. We're like, okay, of course she ate apple pie for breakfast. That's okay. Like, you're not going to be perfect every day, but you got to have more on track, disciplined days, because you are a business owner performing for your business.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Third thing I want to talk about is the feeling of not selling. I have gotten a lot of feedback from my coaches saying like, God, it's the holidays. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm being pushy right now. Like, I want to be more relatable, or like, how do I still invite without selling? And I'm going to tell you, number one word that we've been talking about, and ever since this is like the golden ticket. If you don't know what this is, go search Color Wheel and Sister Empire. But you need to have this printed out. You need to have your things filled out. And you guys, when you start sharing about other things from your life, then when you throw in a 1 time a week or a 2 time a week invite post, you aren't going to feel anything about that, because you have already added value about your entire life. Things on my color wheel are favorite things and finds, DIY, past teacher, mom style friends, PTO, school age kids, boy, mom, family, daily routine, yard, home. And then obviously Beachbody. Beachbody is only one thing on this color wheel. So if every single day you're posting about Beachbody, 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 well then yeah, you're feeling kind of weird. You maybe are feeling kind of salesy. People want to relate to you. They want to understand, because here's the deal. We're not selling Beachbody. Beachbody pays ads for that. You're selling why this is going to change their life. And you're only going to do that if you can show them who you are and how it's changed your life. So if I can show the fact that I am able to take my boys on what XYZ because of Beachbody, but I'm showing that I'm doing that. If I can show that today I post about yard work, we are, full in the home swing of things, or I'm showing that I am making lunch boxes, then people are like, wait, well, I'm making lunch boxes. Well, wait, I'm taking my boys on a trip, or my kids, or yeah, I'm searching for Christmas gifts, or I love to decorate my house too. And then on a random Sunday or Monday, you're throwing up a like, hey, I just lost 10 pounds and I've got a group. They're going to be like, well, wait, okay, so I'm like her, I'm a mom, I'm this, I like home stuff. Well, if she can do those things, I'm like her, maybe I would want to be in her group. Do you see how that comes full circle? When you are sharing about other facets, what's the word, of your life, then you are now connecting to another human. This is the really cool thing about Instagram, is that we can connect by others with hashtags, and you can actually kind of find hashtags that are unique to your colors. For instance, Jessica, she teaches like to kids in China at like 4 a.m. Okay, so they have like a certain hashtag that's like their name of their school. So she'll throw in that hashtag sometimes when she's got her Energize or her Shake, and she's connecting with other people who are teaching China kids at 4 a.m. Okay, so that's one of her things on her color wheel. She's able to like search that. Jamie is a Zumba instructor. There's teachers in here. There's Caroline with her amazing DIY t-shirt skills. Like, you can connect with other people, and they're like, well, yeah, if that girl can show up, get up early, lose weight, she still has a busy schedule, she's finding time to try new recipes. Well, like, golly, I do all those things too. I bet I could do what she's doing. So if you are not using a color wheel, I want you to go into Sister Empire tonight. I want you to save this to your phone or print it out, and I want you to fill it out. And then I want you to just go by and write on there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just start sharing about you. Then once or twice a week, you're throwing in an invite post or a transformation or something about a challenger spotlight, or on Thursdays when you're celebrating people in your team, or better yet, you're being celebrated by your upline, you're going to start to see that, like, okay, well, yeah, this girl's adding value, and I think I want to do what she's doing because I'm like her. Want to add anything to that?
So yeah, I do want to add some stuff to that. So a couple things is your color wheel is constantly changing just as your life changes. But a bit of advice that I was given the other day, which I really appreciated, was I was told, you know, like, I feel like I'm just a mom and I'm just a Beachbody coach because that's all I do. I don't really have a lot of hobbies or interests. I'm pretty boring. So I'm like, well, what else can I possibly talk about? But one thing is I really did struggle with postpartum depression and anxiety for well over a year, and I had to get on medicine for it. I'm out of that season, but it doesn't mean that I can't talk about that season, because what's so neat about it is because of Beachbody, I made it through that season. I made it through probably a heck of a lot better if I would have been just alone. So think of your color wheel now, but also, like, you can throw in stuff from your past. Like Deidre, she doesn't struggle with fertility anymore. She's done with babies, but that was part of her story for several years. So she can talk about that. I can talk about how my husband and I, like, just all the things that make you you. Just know that you can also use your social media to explain how you made it through whatever season it was before. Mm-hmm. And also, if you don't feel like you really have much to share, like you're like, I don't really have a story like that. I didn't struggle with anxiety. I'm in a fairy tale marriage, like, whatever, you perfect person. If you feel that way, that's okay. Like, you don't have to have some crazy story. What you could go to Pinterest and you know what your thing could be? It could be personal development. You could love to fill your brain with good stuff, and you could share that knowledge on your social media. People would love to get a daily dose from you about what you're learning, and they don't have time to read the book, but you can explain it to them. Like, you can find there was actually a guy at Leadership when we went, and I loved this. So he's a Beachbody coach, and he's from Canada, and he's trying to make it big. And he's like, you know what? I'm in a network full of women. What the hell can I possibly do? So he decided to completely learn the Instapot. And he decided every week he would have a new recipe that he'd show about his Instapot live on Facebook. And it blew up. Everyone was sharing his stuff because everyone was curious. Like, you can find, it doesn't have to be any certain lane or thing. It's completely whatever you want. And it can be several things, or it can be one thing, whatever. Like, don't stress about it. Don't stress about making your social media perfect, because that's just gonna hold you back and make you freeze. I think the best advice is just to know that throwing Beachbody up every single second, we think like maybe it's going to get us more people, but in fact, throwing up that color wheel as much as you can is how you're going to relate with people, so they want to join your team or your challenge or whatever.
And that's posting for sure. And then in stories, the awesome thing about stories is it is little snippets of your life. So if you're going to shoot for 10 stories a day, maybe your first and second story is Beachbody. That's your Energizer, your sweaty selfie. But then you guys, you have 8 more stories to show your day. If you're only posting 3 stories a day and every single day it's 3 things about Beachbody, you're not being relatable. You're not being entertaining. You're not adding value. You're not showing who you are. It's okay to show those things. In fact, like, that's what I feel like helped me hit 10 star. I am still selling the Morning Meltdown 100 actual challenge pack, because why? They want that freaking calendar that I posted every single day for 100 days. But I also shared everything else. But it was because I still stuck to that. So, you know, we're not saying that's on your post, on your main feed, mix it up. But the awesome thing about stories is that you have so many that you can share. Shoot for 10 a day to pertain to Beachbody or things, and then share other stuff in mixed up without your day. And if you're struggling with like, well, golly, I only do projects on the weekend, or I only do this, or how do I do it? Here's the tip. Take as many pictures as you can. Does not mean you have to post them the second you take them. Okay, I have like pictures saved on my phone for a rainy day, or a day I don't have anything that I'm doing, or a day that I'm like, shit, I haven't posted today, I need something. Oh, let me go pull up the boys' bathroom because I love their little cute bathroom sign. Like, have pictures, or when you're dressed and showered with makeup on, girlfriend, go change your clothes a couple times, snap some selfies or some pictures, or stand back in the mirror. You've now got some pictures of yourself for the next couple weeks, dressed with makeup. So just know it. Nobody else knows, like, well, wait, she didn't do that today. She is a fraud. No, that's not how it is. Nobody knows that you didn't actually do it or whatever, but just have those things. And also, posting things come to me when I'm driving, in the shower, and when I'm trying to go to sleep. So I like have voice memos I'm either telling myself, or I'm posting in my notes section late at night. At least post ideas, and then I can come back to those. So little help with posting. Okay, last thing, we're got 7 minutes left. We've got 2 new program releases. So I want to talk to you about your journey. The really interesting thing is that we've never had a 100-day program before. Come so close within other program launches. So I know Kate and I both, and probably a lot of you, have a lot of either you yourself, or you have your girls like right in the middle of Morning Meltdown 100, or right in the middle. Maybe you did 21 Day Fix to get started, or maybe you started with the work right when it was released. So you're like right in the middle of your program. And now here we go. Another release is coming out. And I've already gotten the questions like, well, do I stop? What do I do? How do I do this? Stay in your lane. Finish your program. Help your girls finish their program. That doesn't mean that you don't have to try out the sample. It doesn't mean that you might not have a friend that would love to do Bar Blend or love to do 6 weeks of the work, but you don't have to stop what you're doing for a new launch, especially when we just launched Morning Meltdown. My girls that I'm talking to still want to do Morning Meltdown. They want to start it like right now. I'm excited about Bar Blend myself. I am, I know Kate is. There's a lot of us that finished Morning Meltdown because we started that one right when it was started. So we're done. We've been kind of in between programs. So like we're going to jump in with Bar Blend. My husband's doing the work. I'm not doing that program just from hearing him do it. Like, ooh. But you find your lane and your fit with your program. And all that matters is that you're showing up and that you are getting results for you. You're reaching the goals that you want to hit. So if you're sharing that on your social media, you're sharing what you're doing. I have still mentioned the work. Like I've talked about like, ooh, my husband's doing this high intensity program. Do you guys love, like I'll do a poll. Do you like high intensity or not? And the people that say yes, I'm like, oh my gosh, you should totally do this program. You'd probably love it. It's not for me. There's other people that Bar Blend, I'm like, you know, have you done this or whatever, like small town, have you tried it? Have you gone? And, you know, maybe that's relatable, but maybe I'm still going to be talking to everybody about Morning Meltdown 100 because I'm obsessed with that program. And to be honest, I'm a little nervous to not be doing it. So just know that you can stay in your lane and also share little bits about what we have to offer. We have like 800 or something programs on Beachbody On Demand. There's so many options. It's not a one size fits all, thank the Lord, or I would have failed and so would have Kate because we signed up with B90X3. So, you know, it's like, thank the Lord that it's not, you have to do X, Y, Z to be successful. You can choose whatever program is your jam, your soulmate, and you can do it over and over and over again, because that's what makes you feel amazing. That's what gets you results. I love B90X3. Oh my gosh. Tony Horton is not my favorite, just saying. But you guys, I think what we want you to take away is we want you to have joy in this business, and joy means like finding your routine that you feel amazing in, getting results that you're proud of, having something that your kids are looking up to or wanting to join in with you. Like this is a season like of so much happiness. Like don't let you thinking I have to be perfect, I have to post every day, I have to do this, I have to find 3 to 5 new people in December. Like take a step back, just have a plan, follow your own plan, and like think about the things that you absolutely love about this business. Why are you here? Why did you get on the call tonight? First of all, community, like that's something that we could be talking about every single day, like the sisterhood, the community, the positive, uplifting energy, the people that have your back. Like people want that so bad. And it's crazy and really sad that it's not just like available everywhere. But okay, any questions? I don't have anything else. Kate, anything?
You did a great job. Our goal is that we want to do probably the next 2 Sundays a team call like this, just because it's so good to get kind of like the brain back rolling after the weekend. Mm-hmm. Let's take a couple pictures. There's 3 pages, so I'll take 3 pages. I'll take 3 pictures, but I'll post these in Sister Empire under the link thread. If you want to like grab it, put it in your stories. Less than a minute. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Okay.
Oh, less than a minute.
1, 2, 3. Y'all are all so cute. Okay, hold on. Page 2. 1.
Who knows what page they're on?
Okay, page 3. Oh,
look at all of y'all. Oh, okay. A bunch of badasses right here. Sunday night, 9 o'clock.
Hope that helped. I hope that helped, Deidre. You killed it. I'll post these pictures, and you recorded. Okay, so Deidre will post the pictures in the recording link if you think they need it.
Okay, have a good night, you guys. Go do your color wheel. Wake up tomorrow. I want to see what everybody posted on green. Tomorrow is green.
Search in the little magnifying glass in Sister Empire. You'll see it.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.